The Hoosier Planning Awards program was created to recognize professional excellence and outstanding examples of urban planning by the Indiana chapter of the American Planning Association. These awards honor works that represent the forefront of the profession and embody high levels of creativity and imagination. The 2025 awards were juried by the awards committee of INAPA, with committee members recusing themselves from the discussion and voting for the award if they were involved with the project. The awards program is open to any individual, firm, agency, or institution for both projects in Indiana and projects located outside of Indiana, provided there was principal involvement by a member or members in good standing with our chapter. Nominated projects must be 3 years old or less at the time of nomination to be considered for an award. The awards program includes 2 levels of recognition: honorable mention and outstanding. Honorable mention recognizes projects that demonstrate high-quality solutions to challenging problems and contain multiple attributes that make them unique amongst the nominees. The highest award is an outstanding award. The committee only gives outstanding if they felt that a project went above and beyond the standard planning practice for that category, was particularly unique and innovative, and will serve to move the urban planning profession forward in the future. The INAPA Awards Committee thanks all the nominees and winners for their efforts. The 21st Annual Fest in the First was a vibrant celebration of Gary, Indiana's First District, bringing together residents, businesses, and visitors for a day of joy and long-term impact. This year's festival showcased the resilience and creativity of the community, featuring 25 local vendors, 12 food booths/trucks, 20 nonprofits, 10 artists, and 5 hours of live performances that highlighted Gary's cultural tapestry. A key component of the fest was integrating outreach efforts for 3 planning projects impacting Gary. Roughly 1,500 people attended the event and gave feedback to the Gary Safe Streets Roads for All Safety Action Plan team, comprised of Sam Swartz, the Gary Public Transportation Corporation Planning Manager, and the Decay Devils volunteers for their plan to repurpose Union Station. Notably, one of the most diverse communities within Indiana, Miller Beach offers a unique opportunity for planners to engage with the public and have meaningful discussions. Congratulations to Nexus Strategy and Implementation and the Volunteer Office for Community Accessibility, Resource and Training, with their honorable mention for grassroots effort for the fest in the First Impact Report. Lochmuller Group performed improvements along Kennedy Avenue in the city of Hammond, Indiana, from 169th Street to 165th Street, totaling a distance of 2,675 feet. The improvements included new pavement, curbs, sidewalks, curb bump outs, tabletop intersections, necessary curb ramps/ADA improvements, and necessary storm drainage improvements. Tabletop intersections for traffic control and pedestrian accessibility were designed at Martha Street, 167th Street, and Vine Street, while new pedestrian level lighting was designed throughout the project limits. Existing traffic signals at 169th Street, 167th Street, and 165th Street were upgraded with new traffic detection, pedestrian push buttons, and pedestrian signal heads. The purpose was to slow traffic on Kennedy Avenue and provide adequate pedestrian facilities and areas for businesses to incorporate outdoor seating and event spaces. Congratulations to the City of Hammond and Lochmuller Group on their honorable mention for implementation for the Kennedy Avenue improvements for the City of Hammond. In April 2024, the City of Bloomington launched Safety Week, a cornerstone of its Safe Streets and Roads for All initiative to improve roadway safety and inclusivity. Safety Week was an intensive engagement campaign to gather community feedback, spark meaningful conversations, and educate residents on the city's safety efforts. The initiative connected with over 2,000 participants, significantly focusing on traditionally underrepresented groups. The week featured diverse events such as pop-ups, evening sessions, and school engagements, held in accessible locations like bus stops, grocery stores, and LGBTQ+ venues. Creative, interactive activities like Lego building and sticker boards encouraged participation while eliminating barriers. Safety Week informed the development of Bloomington's SS4A plan and also set a precedent for innovative, inclusive public engagement. This effort demonstrated how creative outreach fosters collaboration, equity, and actionable change, earning widespread community support and recognition. Congratulations to the City of Bloomington on their honorable mention for outreach and communication for Safety Week. In December 2023, a 15-person committee joined forces to address a challenge that each individual is passionate about: the county's youth. The committee comprised representatives from schools, churches, and healthcare institutions. Over the last decade, various organizations have completed data-driven studies and community surveys that all point to one thing: Orange County needs to pay special attention to its youth. Orange County is ranked significantly higher than the national average in students facing adverse childhood experiences, which refers to multiple types of adversity that occur in the first 18 years of a person's life, ranging from abuse and neglect to household dysfunction. The limited availability of resources, facilities, and after-school programs for youth compound this situation. For this reason, community members came together to evaluate the potential for a county-wide community facility that could offer a broad range of new programs and services. Congratulations to Thrive Orange County and Taylor Siefker Williams Design Group on their honorable mention for outreach and communication for the Orange County Community Center Needs Assessment. Engage Fort Wayne, the City of Fort Wayne's innovative digital engagement platform, has transformed how government connects with its residents, setting a new standard for effective and inclusive public participation. Before its launch, the city relied solely on in-person public meetings, which often faced barriers such as low attendance, limited accessibility, and logistical challenges, issues exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic. Recognizing the need for a more inclusive approach, the city adopted Engage Fort Wayne, a digital engagement platform designed to bridge the gap between local government and its community. Accessible in 10 languages and exceeding ADA standards, Engage Fort Wayne ensures that all residents can actively participate in shaping their city. With over 100,000 visitors and thousands of direct engagements, the platform has facilitated meaningful input on projects ranging from neighborhood revitalization and public spaces to infrastructure improvements and zoning reforms. Engage Fort Wayne exemplifies innovation, accessibility, and community-driven progress. Congratulations to the City of Fort Wayne and Mayor Sharon Tucker on their award for Outstanding Outreach and Communication for Engage Fort Wayne. The Levy District Master Plan and Design Guidelines capture a 3-year partnership among the Indiana Economic Development Corporation and partners and anchors, including the White River State Park Commission, the City of Indianapolis, and the Valley Neighborhood. Levy is a collaborative hub at the heart of Indiana's expansive life sciences ecosystem, designed to drive healthcare and life sciences innovation. Situated within one of the nation's most robust life sciences corridors, Levy builds on Indiana's strength as a global leader in medical devices, pharmaceuticals, diagnostics, and animal health. Partnerships among research institutions, life sciences ventures, and industry leaders like Elanco, alongside Indiana's statewide resources, fuel investment and growth in this district. The strategic urban design emphasizes green space and pedestrian-friendly infrastructure, creating a vibrant, interconnected community for research, development, and commercialization that resonates throughout the state. Congratulations to the Indiana Economic Development Corporation on their honorable mention in urban design for the Levy Master Plan and Design Guidelines. Like many county seats in Indiana, Greencastle's downtown is organized around a large civic square hosting the county courthouse. The quintessential small town is also home to DePauw University, which secured a grant from the Lilly Foundation to study campus and community connections. Working in collaboration with a developer, architect, and construction management professionals, the planners examined how to integrate more housing, elevate multimodal connectivity, and shape public spaces for special events and everyday economic development, while maintaining small-town character and feel. The plan was completed through an intensive 5-month process, including regular touchpoints with local leadership, university leadership, and community members. Community input was important in sharing local knowledge, experiences, and expectations to be incorporated into the plan. Ultimately, the plan will shape the next chapter of downtown Greencastle, identifying development projects that can move directly into funding, design, and construction. Congratulations to DePauw University with MKSK, Anderson Partners, Delve Design, Veritas Group, and Studio Hayden for their Outstanding Urban Design Award for the Greencastle DePauw Master Plan. The Purdue University Stormwater and Open Space Study synthesizes the university's goals of connecting diverse landscapes, developing green corridors, and enhancing existing open spaces in a toolkit. The Stormwater BMP kit of parts includes best management practices most appropriate for Purdue, emphasizes green stormwater infrastructure, and advocates for multiple functional and aesthetic benefits for the campus environment. Congratulations to Purdue University with MKSK and Biohabitats on their honorable mention in environmental planning for the Purdue University Stormwater and Open Space Study. Conner Prairie, one of the nation's preeminent living history museums and Indiana's first Smithsonian affiliate, spans 1,046 wooded acres and 3 miles of the White River, welcoming over 400,000 visitors annually. In 2017, the museum leadership, supported by the board of directors, commissioned a site master plan to explore its property's potential. The plan focused on sustainable, mission-driven development. Completed in 2018 and updated in 2021 and 2024, it focused on implementing the vision of the west side of the river through a new innovation campus. A 2023 PUD zoning update enabled implementation. Since then, Conner Prairie has worked with the planning consultant to develop and implement visioning, engagement, and design concepts. The recommendations emphasize strengthening the museum's role as a community hub, celebrating human experiences, and making lasting environmental impacts. Conner Prairie is now implementing these plans, completing a successful capital campaign, and forming innovative partnerships to support transformative initiatives. Congratulations to Conner Prairie with MKSK, CBBEL, and Green Street on their Outstanding Environmental Planning Award for the Conner Prairie Master Plan and Implementation. American Structure Point partnered with the City of Crawfordsville to rejuvenate its retail landscape through a transformative retail gap analysis and recruitment strategy. The team identified untapped potential in various business categories. It revealed the impact of closed grocery stores, creating food deserts in disadvantaged neighborhoods. More importantly, they worked to develop a marketing strategy steeped in site selector terminology to drive productive conversations. Deep insights into community needs were gained by collaborating closely with the Crawfordsville mayor and engaging stakeholders and residents. The action-oriented approach led to dynamic strategies that not only addressed the scarcity of grocery stores and retail spaces, but also empowered the community with knowledge. The clear, practical plan provided city leaders with a roadmap for success, positioning Crawfordsville to attract essential businesses and fostering a thriving, resilient community. The initiative is a testament to a commitment to sustainable development and economic growth, ensuring every resident can flourish. Congratulations to the City of Crawfordsville and American Structure Point for their honorable mention for economic development for the Crawfordsville Retail Recruitment Strategy Plan. The LEAP Lebanon Innovation District is a 9,500-acre development currently under construction in Lebanon. Once completed, it will be Indiana's largest hub for manufacturing, research, and mixed-use development. The district will be home to life sciences and biotechnology companies, microelectronics, artificial intelligence, and tech industries. Additionally, the district will include a walkable mixed-use village anchored by the Big Four Trail. The design guidelines for the district place a tremendous focus on the conservation and restoration of stream corridors and natural habitats to build this as a truly sustainable community. To date, a total of $20 billion have been pledged for investment in the district, including a $9 billion commitment from Eli Lilly and an investment from Meta that could eventually add up to $4.8 billion. LEAP is poised to become a critical anchor in the economy of central Indiana, bringing thousands of new jobs, residents, and visitors to the state. Congratulations to IEDC with MKSK, Pure Development, and Perkins & Will on their award for Outstanding Economic Development for the LEAP Lebanon Innovation District. After over 40 years of consistent population decline, the future of Wabash County was uncertain. The 421 square mile area in northeast Indiana needed a solution that could change the trajectory of the county's future. The Imagine 185 comprehensive planning process was created as the first ever county-wide collaboration effort to combat this decline. The unprecedented Community Comprehensive Plan was the foundation the county needed. It would act as the catalyst for real, positive, and evident change throughout Wabash County. Congratulations to Wabash County on their honorable mention in comprehensive planning for the Imagine 185 Comprehensive Plan. The Plymouth Forward 2040 Comprehensive Plan emerged following a decade of milestone achievements, encompassing commercial and residential development, downtown restoration, recreational improvements, and fostering collaborative partnerships. The embodiment of these efforts unified the Plymouth community, sparking the desire to keep moving Plymouth forward, to bolster existing and new partnerships while continuing the investment in their quality of life. Thus, the Plymouth Forward 2040 Comprehensive Plan was developed from an engaged, community-driven process that mirrors the desires and aspirations of its residents to see Plymouth as a thriving, growing, and inclusive community where possibilities connect. This vision, held up by the fundamental values of collaboration, well-being, and growth, embodies what Plymouth aspires to become and sets the framework for strategic planning to guide Plymouth forward as a vibrant and prosperous community. Congratulations to the City of Plymouth on their honorable mention in comprehensive planning for the Plymouth Forward 2040 Comprehensive Plan. In 2021, the Harrison County Community Foundation, in partnership with community leaders, launched a 3-year grassroots effort to ensure each county's 10 incorporated towns completed a comprehensive plan and an asset management plan, as required by the Indiana Department of Transportation. This planning effort became the Harrison County Town Planning Initiative. The 10 communities involved in this town planning initiative include Corydon, Crandall, Elizabeth, Laconia, Lanesville, Mockport, Milltown, New Amsterdam, New Middletown, and Palmyra. With populations ranging from 15 to 3,000 residents, every voice is influential, every idea is valuable, and every business is essential to the community's ability to thrive. The engagement strategy resulted in over 50 public meetings with residents, businesses, and local leaders. By October 2024, all 10 comprehensive plans had been approved by the local town council and formally adopted by the Harrison County Plan Commission and Commissioners. Congratulations to the Harrison County Community Foundation, Taylor Siefker Williams Design Group, and the Wheatley Group on their Outstanding Comprehensive Plan Award for the Harrison County Planning Initiative. Historic Northeast 2035 is a 10-year neighborhood strategic plan rooted in the praxis of embedded planning. Since early 2022, the City of Fort Wayne's Department of Neighborhoods has worked directly alongside leadership and community members of the Forest Park, North Anthony, and North Side neighborhoods. The goal is to establish better relationships between the city and its neighborhoods, to encourage and support community input, and to create, build, and implement the goals, strategies, and action steps of a plan that's solely based on the 3 neighborhoods' wants, needs, concerns, input, and guidance. Congratulations to the City of Fort Wayne on their award for Outstanding Best Practice for the Historic Northeast 2035 Neighborhood Plan. Adam Rood serves as the Planning and Building Director for the City of Shelbyville, Indiana. He earned his bachelor's degree in urban planning and development from Ball State University in 2016. After graduation, Adam joined Shelbyville's Planning and Building Department as Deputy Planning Director, where he was responsible for implementing the city's comprehensive plan and collaborating with stakeholders on development projects. In 2018, he was promoted to Director. In that role, Adam oversees community development initiatives, land use policies, code enforcement, and building regulations. Under his leadership, Shelbyville has undertaken significant projects, including downtown redevelopment, expansion of trails and greenways, and substantial housing developments. Adam became a certified planner in 2022 and is an active member of our chapter, serving as the FAICP Committee Chair. He also contributes to the community through roles on the boards of Girls Incorporated of Shelbyville, Shelby County, and Main Street, Shelbyville. Congratulations to Adam Rood for being the first person to be awarded Best Young Planner by the Indiana chapter of the American Planning Association. Pete Fritz was one of the first planners in the U.S. to work in a state health department. There, his experience as a planner, landscape architect, and public health professional made him a leader in the emerging practice of planning for public health. Nationally, the CDC has documented his pioneering work, including his article in their technical journal, Preventing Chronic Disease. He was chosen for ULI's National Health Leaders Network, and he currently sits on a Transportation Advisory Board review panel, researching active transportation initiatives among state DOTs. Pete authored a memo of understanding between several state departments, a rare occurrence in the U.S., resulting in shared funding for active living and healthy communities. Presenting 75 community-based active living workshops for over 3,000 community leaders resulted in local changes to policies, systems, and the built environment. He was the APA Indiana chapter's representative for a successful CDC Planners for Health grant project, wrote a Planning for Public Health chapter for INAPA's award-winning Citizen Planner's Guide, and presented at INAPA's conferences and for the Fundamental Citizen Planner Training Series. He is an appointed member of the state legislature's Indiana Bike Trails Task Force, exploring the expansion of multi-use trails, resulting in $180 million in new funding so far. Pete also serves on the Indiana Trails Advisory Board, the board of the Indiana Greenways Foundation, and is the past chair of Bicycle Indiana. Recently, he was selected to receive the R. Wayne Estepanol College of Architecture and Planning's 2025 Distinguished Alumni Award. Pete continues to walk the walk and talk the talk as a recognized local, regional, and national speaker on active transportation and the intersection of public health, planning, design, and the built environment. Congratulations to Pete Fritz, FAICP, for being named an Indiana Planning Sagamore for 2025.